Closed captioning provided by the full-time MBA program in the Haslam College of Business. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose. Come on, come on!
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Hanging goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go! I've been waiting for this one.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By the 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough is here, only at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. By Dish, home of the new 2-year TV price lock and official sponsor of the Big Orange. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
An SEC battle that went down to the final minute, the final possession. Tennessee had one turnover in the game, but that was in the final 30 seconds. That turnover secured a victory over South Carolina, 27-24. Congratulations, Coach. What a big day for the Tennessee football program.
Well, it was a big day, and it was a great win. A very, very good win, a hard-fought win with many twists and turns in the game, very, very emotional. But I thought our kids showed some resolve, some resiliency, and we didn't play our best. But we found a way to win the football game. And during a long football season, you're going to have games like this. And really what separates teams and programs is finding a way to win. And we found a way to win. We made the critical plays down the stretch that we needed to. And as you know, it's hard to win in college football. And great win and moving forward.
Same scenario as you had in earlier games. You had a lead. They came back on you. This time, though, you found the way to win the game, and that has to be a sign of this team maturing.
Well, it is maturation, and we have learned from our experiences, and it's great to go in and correct some of the issues that we had, some of the adversities that we created for ourselves with a victory. And to our players' credit, they knew in the locker room, very jovial, very excited, but they also knew we didn't play our best football. And give South Carolina credit, too. We knew that we were going to get their best shot. They were coming in working to be bowl eligible. They had to lay it on the line. They just could play loose and freely, and we knew that, but really proud of our players, the way we stepped up and found a way to win this football game.
Final possession, South Carolina looks like they're putting together a drive. They're in your Tennessee territory. They got a completion to the tight end, and then Malik Foreman comes up, knocks the ball away. Jalen Reeves-Maben recovers it to secure the victory. That's a play you work on every single day in practice.
Maximum one period. Team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. And we talk about ball disruptions, and there's a technique to it, and we call it starting the lawnmower or pin and punch, and then the pursuit to the football. And Jalen Reeves-Maben was doing a great job of pursuing the football. And what can I say about Malik Foreman? And that's what I told our kids in the locker room. Our training kicked in, and everything is about creating habits. Great habits, and the training kicked in, and Malik did it really by instincts. And then we recovered the ball, and then we were able to run the best formation in all of football, which is the victory formation.
And sing with the band in the south end zone. That's also a lot of fun.
Well, it's part of the pageantry and tradition here at Neyland Stadium. What can I say about our fans? This year, five games where we've had 100,000 people or more. I think that's the first time since 2007, and the great thing is we have 2 more home games to really shatter that record.
Everybody celebrated at the end as Tennessee beat South Carolina. We'll look at highlights next here in the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Vol Scholar of the Week, brought to you by Volunteer Pharmacy. This week's Vol Scholar is Kenny Bynum. Kenny Bynum graduated in 3 years with a degree in Recreation and Sport Management. With another year of eligibility remaining, he will complete a master's in Recreation and Sport Management in December 2016. And that's why he is the Vol Scholar of the Week. Brought to you by Volunteer Pharmacy. Save money. Use an independent pharmacy like us for your prescription needs.
Out of the shotgun, they're going to hand to the tailback coming near side. Kamara to the 5, to the end zone. He's crunched in the backfield. Big hit by Owen Williams. Fourth back to throw. Here comes the blitz, and they got him back in the 28-yard line. Derek Barnett sets up, steps up, sack. Corey Vereen gets him. Back to throw, fires right down the middle. The pass caught at the 10 to the 5. Checkerboards, spins away down to the 20. Adams still on his feet, loses the football. Tennessee picks it up on the fumble.
That was game-winning play as Jalen Reeves-Maben came up with it. And, of course, he's been a leader of the defense all season. Very apropos that he's the guy that sealed the win.
Well, exactly right. He's really stepped up as a leader of our football team, the leader in our defense, and Kurt Magid has done a great job of kind of passing the torch, so to speak, to him, but also holding him accountable of what really details of a great leader.
Coach, just watched some of the highlights, and special person on the field before the game, the Vol for Life, was Eric Berry, who came back on open day with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well,
good to have him back.
Great to have him back, and he ate dinner with our team the night before the game, spoke to our team the night before the game, and we also welcomed Zach Fulton back as well. Anytime you have great former players come back, it's great for our players. You're going to see a lot of these highlights, Bob, are critical situations. This is a 3rd and goal on the 4-yard line, and this is a outside zone play to Alvin Kamara. And you can see a great block by Jalen Hurd, also a great block right here up front by Ethan Wolf. And then we spring him to the corner right there. You can see Josh Malone blocking as well, unimpeded touchdown. Another critical moment coming up here. It's 3rd down and 8. Individual who's really playing winning football for us right now is Corey Vereen. And Corey does a great job of straining, getting off. And this is kind of what we call our Smurfs package, where we put more of our defensive end types on 3rd down to try to get more pressure on the quarterback, and it helped. And then there's Derek Barnett getting a half a sack there as well.
Alvin Kamara now is the leading receiver on this Tennessee football team.
He's done a great job of really, being one of our playmakers, and this is really a play where we motioned him into the backfield. We're going to give a play action fake here to Jalen Hurd. We almost fumbled the ball here. We talk about a game of inches. This is a game of inches. And but Josh does a great job of maintaining his composure. And then it's really skimming the breastplate and putting the ball in a position where it really becomes toss sweep, Bob. And he does a great job with the run after the catch. Then you'd spoken about Jalen Reeves-Maben. This is another critical moment. It's 3rd down and 11. And what I like is we talk about orange swarm, and you can see right there. And we talk about 1 out of 11. Every individual doing their job. And when you get population to the ball, it really eliminates the one-on-one tackling. Great swarm, big 3rd down stop for us. You can actually see right here us actually trying to pry the ball out. And again, that gets back to the maximum 1 period that we talk about. Big play, 2nd and 7. Here's a play action fake to Alvin Kamara. We're actually running our vertical package, and Josh does a great job. Our offensive line, I tell you what, does a tremendous job with the play action. Again, clean pocket. Josh can push it, step up, unimpeded throw, and then hits Von Pearson, who had his best performance as a Tennessee Vol, 8 career catches for over 120 some odd yards.
Both of those career highs.
And then again, another critical moment, 3rd and 13. And now we get Derek Barnett into the picture again with a sack. And that was on the 20-yard line. So this was a big play for us.
Barnett's playing fast now, isn't he?
He is. The last couple weeks, he's really getting back into getting off on the ball and really playing like he's capable of playing. 3rd and 2, and here's a senior stepping up, Owen Williams. You could see him at the nose guard position. Does a great job of coming off the ball, playing with leverage, using his hands, and then a tackle for a loss. And this is a textbook tackle right here. We talk about running our feet and wrapping up.
He's playing his best football, isn't he?
He is. I've been really, really proud of him, and great illustration of an individual 2nd year in our program, and he's monumentally different from year 1 to year 2. Next play now. It's 4th and 4 at the 29-yard line. Again, another critical stop, 4th down, and Derek Barnett comes free, and we get off the field, which is great to see. Another thing that was great to see, Aaron Medley. another 44-yard field goal. And again, he continues to improve, and he's kicking with a high level of consistency now, not only on his field goals, but also on his kickoffs as well, Bob.
And that one was right down the middle. He's really adjusted things, and he's got confidence now.
He has, and that possession also was on a critical 4th down conversion earlier in the drive that really allowed us to get that 44-yard field goal. So with the score tied 17-17, another critical play at a critical moment. It's 3rd down and 9, and we hit Ethan Wolf here for a 23-yard gain. You can see Josh Dobbs stand in the pocket, does a great job with his eyes downfield, sets himself, takes a hit, and Ethan does a great job of really opening his hips, clearing the throw, and then the run after the catch, some tough, hard runs after the catch.
3rd down and long in the second half. You faced it the whole time, and you converted a bunch of them. That was a key in the game.
Well, staying right on script, so to speak, is here's a 3rd down and 6. This 11-yard touchdown pass to Elvin here. They're bringing pressure, great play call, great execution by our offensive unit. So he's going to splash the defender, and you can see the true freshman Chance Hall getting out there. And we call that, Bob, walking the sidewalk. The bottom of the numbers is the sidewalk, and then catch, tuck, turn, and get up the field. And a big play in the game that puts us up 24-17.
And this is another big 3rd down conversion, 3rd and 7.
Well, 3rd and 7 at the 33-yard line. And again, we have what we call a dual side play here. And they're in a cover 2 shell, so we go to the boundary. And Jonathan Johnson does a great job of really working the route on the safety. And again, great pass protection by the offensive line. You can see the wall. Josh is able to set his feet, do a great job with one hitch, and deliver the ball and a good catch by Jonathan here. Big play of the game right here.
Sets Tennessee in a position to send Aaron Medley back out again.
Well, 27-yard field goal here. Obviously, we would like to score a touchdown and not kick field goals, but you know what? When you do have to kick them, you have to make them. And a good job of protection up front. They had a very good rush unit at times. And again, Aaron delivers when we need it in the clutch, a 27-yard field goal.
You know, Matt G and Papa and Patrick Ashford also done a great job.
Well, they have, and thank you for mentioning them because they've been consistent all year long. And then this is the play that we talked about earlier in the show. It's 3rd and 10, and again, complete. Now we got to get the ball down there. We got to get the ball down there, but we don't. So now we need to rally to the football and keep playing. There's Derek Barnett, but watch number 13. Malik Foreman come up and pin and punch it, and then there's the ball on the ground, and now there's also an art to recovering a fumble, and then you can see Jalen Reeves-Maben. What we want him to do is get in a fetal position, bring his knees up to the ball, and then get on top of them so they can't pry the ball out. And these are all things that we work all the time. There's Justin Martin going to cover up as well, and these are things that we work on all the time in the maximum 1 period every day.
Big play by the Tennessee defense, and Malik Foreman chasing the ball down and prying it free. And then Tennessee's able to get the ball in your favorite formation.
Well, I just want to pause this because we haven't been in this formation much. And, you know, there's also an art to that. But the greatest formation is victory formation. As a coach, you never feel comfortable, I think, because of the miracle in the Meadowlands that occurred a long time ago. But, again, a resilient win. You know, you need to win games like this where you can walk in and you have a lot of teach lessons, but you came away with a victory.
Tennessee does win it 27-24. When we come back, we'll take a look at Tennessee wide receiver coach Zach Azzani here on the Butch Jones Show.
Timeout to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
The weight room is the foundation for any football team. And thanks to the Tennessee Football Strength Program, the Volunteers work to develop the total athlete. Lifting and conditioning occurs 12 months out of the year for a college football player. Size, speed, and stamina are key in winning on Saturday. Check the stats. One of the members of Team 119, Senior Owen Williams, exemplifies the blueprint to build that total athlete. Williams' strength is that of a superhero. The Georgia native can bench 510 pounds, along with squatting a whopping 710 pounds. That is 1,220 pounds of pure intimidation. Yet Williams' conditioning is highlighted by completing 5 350-yard sprints, each under 65 seconds, and 16 110-yard sprints, each under 18 seconds. Needless to say, offenses, beware.
Check the stats. Only Dish offers a 2-year TV price lock with no hidden fees. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud sponsor of the Big Orange.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon. Come home to a better network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of all fans everywhere. Food City, value every day. The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 119. Brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
All right. Everybody got your notes in front of you? Yes? All right. Power of position, investment, man. Don't hope. Don't hope we're going to win. Make sure we're going to win. How do you make sure we're going to win? You prepare, man. Everything we do, we're preparing. Prepare as a position, all right? Help each other. Invest, okay? Don't hope. Don't roll the dice and go, oh, I hope we complete this pass, or I hope I know what coverage it is on third down in the red zone, okay? If you're a big-time football player, you know exactly what the heck they're going to do before they do it. Are you all set? Let's have a great day of practice. Not a good day, a great day. It's habits. Come on, man. Habits, Josh. Strike. Good. Strike. Good job. Habits. There wasn't separation here. You got to hit it to get that separation right there. You got to. You got to be 2 with 1. Remember, how do you do that? Boom. Close. Punch it. Don't punch there. Punch here and roll it in. He'll put it high on the back edge. Here, but at the last minute. You with me? That's a touchdown right there, right? We're going to tighten this thing up. Too much loose. I don't like it. You guys got it?
Sellout crowd today at Neyland Stadium. The tee opens, the roar begins as the Tennessee Volunteers come running through the tee on a football SEC Saturday at Neyland Stadium.
So make sure every play we're doing that, man, grinding, not watching guys fly past us. Everybody understand that? That's called style of play. All of us, not just Vaughn, everybody. Got it?
Fires right down the middle. The pass caught at the 10 to the 5. Checkerboards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Bob Pearson.
That's why we spend all that time with him. Bob Pearson, welcome to Rocky Top. Releases. Remember, anybody can play wide out against free access. Only great ones can release. You guys got it? Let's go be big-time receivers. Big-time guys.
Stands in, fires wide open down to the Carolina 45-yard line as Jonathan Johnson for a first down. Out of the shotgun, back to throw, sets up, blitz, they pick it up, pass complete to Adams down to the 30, spins away down to the 20, Adams still on his feet, loses the football, Tennessee picks it up on the fumble. Josh Dobbs will take a knee, and Tennessee will watch the clock run down. And Tennessee beats South Carolina. The final score tonight from Neyland Stadium, Tennessee 27, South Carolina 24.
Zach Azzani's been challenged all season because of the injuries, because of some of the young players bringing them along. He's had to really work this year.
Well, yes, he has, and that entire group, when we talk about power of the position and being 9 strong, and that group has overcome a lot of adversity. There isn't another place in the country where, you're trying to run a spread offense and you're playing with 4 or 5 wide receivers, and it's a tribute to these individuals, and they're gutting it out. They're all injured. They're battling through some things. Josh Smith was a warrior. He sprained his ankle last night and just continued to grind and grind and grind. And then when you look at all the third down conversions, we were stepping up. Some made some difficult catches. They catch in advance, and this group continues to get better. And it's a tribute to them. It's a tribute to their competitive character.
Zach Azzani, one of the best wide receiver coaches in the country. When we come back, we'll go inside the Tennessee offense here on the Butch Jones Show.
Tailgating doesn't have to be work anymore. Kick off your game day with Tailgate Tennessee. Located in Circle Park, Tailgate Tennessee is 1 block from Neyland Stadium and offers premium tailgate packages with private tents, TVs, food, and much more. You park the car, we'll do the rest. For more information, visit tailgatetennessee.com. Presented by Dish and Subway Restaurants.
Dobbs. Fake a handoff, back to throw, fires right down the middle, the pass caught at the 10 to the 5, checkerboards, touchdown Tennessee, Von Pearson, wide open.
One of the big plays in Tennessee's win over South Carolina. What did you like about the offense against the Gamecocks?
Critical plays and critical moments, particularly in third down situations. Josh Dobbs was 9 out of 11 throwing the football. Overall, we were 50%, 9 out of 18. Took care of the football. When we didn't, it led to touchdowns by them, and that's one of the learning things. We haven't turned the football over, and obviously that was a play that a game of inches that the ball came out, and we have to rally the troops, but we got to continue to take care of the football. But I thought just a workman-like mentality by an offense, and like when we watched on the video in the last segment, we had individuals stepping up in critical moments, and that was great to see.
First 2 drives that were terrific, the touchdown scores.
Well, they were, and Josh was able to plant his feet, throw the ball down the field, and we were able to extend plays with our legs, and we need that consistent approach. When we couldn't run the quarterback a little bit late in the game, I thought that really kind of affected our offense. But all great learning lessons, and again, we found a way to win. But, just in a nutshell, Bob, it's the way we made plays when the game was on the line. We had many individuals step up and perform.
Let's go inside the Tennessee offense with Vol for Life, former Tennessee quarterback Eric Ainge.
Welcome back into the film room. It's time for some offense. Tennessee, South Carolina. We're going to look at several third down completions by Josh Dobbs. He was 9 of 12 on third down passing. It's just phenomenal. We're going to look at third down passing. We're also going to look at the different styles of quarterback reads. There's 3 main types. Every pass play falls into one of these 3 types of reads. We're going to start with pure progression. Pure progression, big alert, and what we call PSL, which is pre-post snap look, looking at coverage. Pure progression, that's the first one. Is he open? Is he open? Is he open? Easiest reads in quarterbacking. Right here, big completion, third down, Ethan Wolf, guy coming in motion. They got a 2-deep shell, down set, Hut, it's not cover 2. They're blitzing, rolling down. It's a 33 zone blitz. 1, 2, 3. Let's take it back real quick. So let's take a look at this read. This read is pretty simple. We got 3 verticals with a shallow drag coming underneath. Wolf, I think it's probably Jennings, and then Johnson is his read. 1, 2, 3. Is he open? Is he open? Is he open? Wolf does a great job of crossing the face of the linebacker. He sees pressure, gets his head around quick. Good job, Dobbs. Stay on your number 1 read. He's open. Hit him. Pure progression. Down set. Hut. Is he open? Yes. Ball. See? Really good job, Josh. Pure progression read. Easiest one in the book. Next one, big alert read. It's a combination of backside reading, you got criteria, and you also have a pure progression read up top. So you got this front side combo, but you got this guy backside, isolated back here. So you got criteria. If it's a slant, man-to-man, no overhang. If it's a 5-yard out route, off coverage. We don't want press to throw that. So right here we got a 10-yard out route or a fade stop, whatever it is. As long as we don't have anything buzzing the flat, we're good. If it's single high with nothing buzzing the flat, we're good. Which do we have? Down, set, Hut. I like the big alert. Throw it, Josh. 1, 2, 3, move, completion. Big throw, big catch on third down for Josh. That's a big alert, weak side. Next one is a PSL, pre-post snap look, and this is a really fun one to watch. Let's just go ahead and get into this one. Down set hut, we're moving, coming in motion. Cover 2, looks like 3, but it's not. It's cover 2 right here. Deep half, corner rolled up to the flat. He's got the flat route. Josh works over here, big completion by him. You look to the guy who's guarding the area. Corner's got the flat, suck him up to the flat route, hit the corner route behind him. It's cover 2, work into the boundary. If it was cover 3, work up top. It's a PSL. Last one we're gonna look at, pure progression, easiest one in the book, big completion, one of his 2 touchdowns for Alvin Kamara, just a screen pass. Man-to-man, bluff, catch, score. Down, set, hut, Dobbs, suck him in, get it out, give him 6, get in the end zone. Big play, he had a great game. And with 2 touchdowns, congratulations to Alvin Kamara. He's our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone. AutoZone.
The Vols rushed for more than 119 yards yesterday, which means Tennessee fans get a free medium hot or iced coffee via the Dunkin' Donuts mobile app today. Available at participating locations in East and Middle Tennessee.
Time now for Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
Here in the Sports Medicine Department at Tennessee, one of our primary focuses is to help our athletes prevent injury and also to recover from the hard work that goes into playing their sport. However, in football, obviously injuries do happen, and we want to make sure that we're well equipped to take care of those injuries for our athletes. One of the unique things about being an athlete at the University of Tennessee is our great access to our physicians. We're lucky enough to have a fully operational doctor's office here adjacent to our training room. We also have our head team physician, Dr. Chris Plank, who has his office in the training room and is on site all day, every day to take care of our athletes. So if one of our athletes does get injured, one of the first places they may come would be into his exam room. So if we had an athlete that was suspected of having a broken bone, they may get an x-ray here on our x-ray unit. Or if we had someone who we thought possibly had a ligament tear or a muscle injury, they would possibly come in and Dr. Plank may use our diagnostic ultrasound. Over here, if our athletes came in and was having difficulty with chest pains or overexertion, we have the ability to do an EKG and test their heart, again here on site with Dr. Plank's supervision. All these things give our athletes immediate information from our physicians. This is a great benefit to us to get the answers that we need and get them moving back to the recovery process. During the early phase of recovery from an injury, one of the first things we have to do is limit pain and swelling. We use a number of different treatment modalities to help our athletes heal. Things such as ultrasound, cold compression, diathermy. These are all ways that our athletes can heal quicker to move on to the next phase of rehab where we start to build their strength back and help them return to functional activity. When our athletes are ready for the strengthening phase, they'll spend most of their time in our rehabilitation center. We've dedicated a lot of resources to have the best equipment available to help them recover from whatever injury they have. Things such as a treadmill that will unweight them using air pressure. We also have a number of ways to help them build strength and power, as well as retrain their balance if that's been affected. Our last room is our hydrotherapy room, where we have a number of different pools to help our athletes with both the rehab and recovery process. We have 2 plunge cold pools where our athletes will go after a hard workout or a hard practice to help the muscles in their legs recover. We've got a rehabilitation pool where they can do alternate conditioning, whether it's swimming or running through the water, which is a great resistance. And probably our most unique pools are our underwater treadmills. These treadmills give us a great deal of flexibility in the rehab process as we can customize them to any athlete's size or the speed needed to rehab them. They also have cameras underwater so that we can watch their mechanics as they run and correct any type of habit that they may have developed while they were injured. Along with all this equipment we've seen today, probably the most important resource we have here at Tennessee is our great physicians and our great athletic training staff. We want our student athletes and their parents to know that if they do get injured, we have the right people in place making the decisions and helping them to return to the football field as quickly and safely as possible.
Getting players back on the field after an injury is very, very important, and the Anderson Training Facility is the best in the country.
Well, it is, and we always talk about an elite program like Tennessee needs to be comprised by elite people, and Jason McVay is one of those elite people. He does a great job, and just from the overall communicative end of things, our players trust him. Dr. Klink, our entire medical staff, they do such a great job.
But you have to have the rehab facilities so the guys, when they get maybe a hamstring or an ankle, you can get them back as quick as you can, and you can do that here.
Well, it's having the tools to be able to provide that means, and we have that, and that's a commitment our administration has made. The Anderson Training Center is the best of the best, and our players get the best care and attention in the country.
When we come back here on the Butch Jones Show, we'll talk a little Tennessee defense coming up next.
Fans, please direct your attention to the screen for today's Loyal Fan of the Game, brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 6 years in a row.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at fbhealthplans.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Tennessee's defense comes up with a big stop to hold on to the South Carolina victory, 27-24. Your defense is playing awfully fast right now, isn't it?
They have. They're running to the football. They're pursuing to the football. And everything is about situational awareness and situational football. In the fourth quarter, we were able to generate 2 3-and-outs. And that's obviously very, very critical. And then 3 possessions in a row ended in a punt for them. So that was big for us. We had some individuals step up. Owen Williams, we already spoke about Malik Foreman and his effort at getting the fumble out. And then we continue to do a great job on third down conversions.
And your middle linebacker, Darren Kirkland Jr., gets better every game.
He is. He's going through those learning processes that a young player goes through with your eye discipline. And every snap he takes is a learning experience in and of itself.
And he goes fast.
He goes fast.
Let's take a look at Tennessee's defense with Eric Ainge.
All right, guys and gals, get your pad and your paper out. Tennessee, South Carolina defense. We're talking about the freeze play. We're going to leave it up right here. The first one we're going to talk about is red opposite, orange, orange. This is a type of play that you would walk up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback would call the play, maybe 60 zone or 50 zone, it'd be zone right. Now he'd have his criteria, and this is a bad formation to do this. I'm just giving you the different examples and different types of calling more than one play or getting a play from the sideline. Red opposite or orange, orange, it's calling a play one way, having your criteria, and then if you have to, switching it and running the exact same play to the other side. So I could walk up to the line of scrimmage and I could call 60 zone, run to the right. And I might have my criteria, which is Afro 2G, away from the rotation to the G bubble. Don't worry about that. But if I don't like it and I'm not running it to the right, I just say easy, red opposite, or orange, 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 orange. Now we're running to the left. That's the easiest, most simple version of a freeze play. The next one would be an alert, which is actually calling 2 plays in the huddle. So South Carolina right here, they could come out, they could call 2 plays in the huddle. So they could put this guy over here, they could say double right gun, ace right cobra, drive F corner, alert 50 OP. So now they've called 2 plays on the freeze, ready, break, walk up there, set 20, hut, 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 hut. And then they're not looking to the sideline. Quarterback knows what he's got. He's looking for criteria, whether he's running drive, F corner, F shoot hob, or whether he's just running 50 OP. 50 OP, 3-man side to the left. Again, don't worry about all these things I'm saying, but you call 2 plays in the huddle with an alert. If he wants to change the play, he goes alert, 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 alert. Now we're running not drive F corner, we're running 50 OP. So this particular play, and we'll get to it in just a second, is what we call a check with me, a true freeze play, where they walk up, they call a play, they call the freeze play, set, hut, hut, try to get Tennessee, got to make it look real, get Tennessee to show one thing, then they look to the sideline, because in college most quarterbacks aren't calling their own plays. South Carolina, look to the sideline, you get the play, you walk back in, tell the guard, tell the center, signal the whole play, and then now you're playing ball. That is a check with me. That is a freeze play. And by game plan, you get in formation, you should know already what they're going to play, maybe one of 2 different coverages. So let's let this one play right here, all the way from the top. Right here, stop. You'll see it. 1 high safety, safety, man, man, man. Cam Sutton. They have 6 in the box to a 4 receiver set. It's cover 1 all the way. South Carolina knows it. Tennessee knows it. They're playing man-to-man. Down set Hut. Let it roll. Look to the sideline. Look to the sideline. Hey, check, check, check. Cover 2, cover 2. Back up, back up. So man-to-man. So pause it real quick. Now South Carolina sees man on the freeze play. Call the man beater. Call the man beater, which they're about to do. Tennessee's really smart. Good job, Jancic, right here. They audible to cover 2, the polar opposite. South Carolina runs the swing screen to the left to not a man-to-man defender, a rolled-up cover 2 corner. And watch what happens. He tries to press, crack on Maben, and watch Cam fall off because he's the flat defender out here. He's got no one. So they just throw a little swing screen into Cam Sutton out there in the flat, all because the freeze play, not enough tempo. They thought they had man. They gave us too much time to audible. That's just a few different ways that you can go through those check with me's, calling 2 plays, alerts, freeze to the sideline, and you can see it can work for the offense, but it can also work for the defense. Good job, Tennessee. We'll be right back.
Monday night means more Tennessee football. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Big Orange Hotline. Bob Kessling, Jeff Francis, and Pat Ryan break down Saturday's ballgame live from the patio of Dead End Barbecue in West Knoxville. That's the Big Orange Hotline every Monday night. You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/Vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
Judd Bryce joins us, and now Coach here's Ask the Coach. This is from Ross Smith. He said Owen Williams, who was terrific in the game against South Carolina, 3 tackles for loss. What's been the biggest difference for him, and I guess the whole defensive front in the last couple of games?
Well, I think it's been accumulation of reps. When you think of Owen Williams, first of all, it's his mindset, it's his mental conditioning. He plays every single snap. He's very explosive, uses his hands very well, and he's very, very explosive. But I think just the overall mentality of playing hard, that 6-3 effort that we talk about.
Coach, we've talked about that lawnmower play, as you call it, and you've done it, I think, literally at every practice that we've been to. What is the value of then seeing that validate itself out on the field in a game, particularly in this critical situation?
It is validation, and you work so hard in your maximum 1 periods, and you do it over and over and over, and you're trying to create habits. And now to be able to take the lessons on the practice field and apply it to game situations, particularly when the game's on the line, it'll be great for us in moving forward.
To win a game like that in SEC play late in the season, when you face some natural adversity over the course of the season and then within the game, what does that say about the growth and I guess maturation of your program and the players?
We're growing up. And our players understood that wasn't our best effort, but you're going to have games like that. And what happens is you have to rely on your training, you have to rely on your practice habits, and you have to create instincts. And that's why you train like we do. And our instincts were able to kick in, and we finished the game off. And also, John, we had critical plays at critical stages of the game where we had players that wanted the ball thrown at them. We had players that wanted the ball thrown to them. They wanted to pass protect, and that was great to see.
And then I guess real quickly, what's the value of the fact that your players freely admit that was not their best game? They're not satisfied with the win because they know there's much more they could have done a lot better.
Mark progress. The standard, the expectations, the accountability that everyone holds themselves to. It's a great win. They're very jovial in the locker room, and very rightfully so. We're going to celebrate it, but we're going to go back to work tomorrow to become a better football team, and they understand that.
And, Coach, the work tomorrow starts toward North Texas, which is the homecoming game on Saturday. Talk about this week and the matchup, having a non-conference game coming up.
Well, it's going to be all about us. And Mike Canales is their interim head coach. I've known Mike for a number of years, and they'll be ready to play. And I know their players will look forward into playing in front of over 100,000 people so we can have that 6th 100,000 plus crowd. But it's going to be about us. We have to get back to the basics and the fundamentals of really what it takes to be a really good football team in terms of our overall discipline and our style of play and our execution.
Emotional, tough one over South Carolina. Congratulations to you, your staff, and the players.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week against North Texas.
Look forward to it.
And we'll preview North Texas when we come back in a moment here on The Butch Jones Show.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Humana. Over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health. By Vol Network Home Entertainment, available at participating Walmart locations and online at volnetwork.tv. And by the Tennessee Lottery, proud to have raised over $3.4 billion for education in Tennessee. Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
The Mean Green from North Texas comes in for homecoming. They lost their first 7 games, now 1-8 on the season. Lost to Louisiana Tech last night, 56-13. They've been outscored in the first quarter, 101-6 this year. In the first half, 221-53. It's a struggling football team.
Absolutely, Bob. And that was quarterback DeMarcus Smith that we looked at there. Also, should note, North Texas had a very scary moment in its game Saturday when tight end Marcus Smith had to be taken off the field on a stretcher after hitting the wall there at Louisiana Tech in that loss. All indications are that he was okay and that it was precautionary. Still a scary moment for a team that's obviously struggling. Second consecutive interim coach that the Vols will face and host inside Neyland Stadium. And it's all about what Tennessee can do to improve and get better and solidify some things going into that key 2-game stretch to close the season against Missouri and Vanderbilt.
And again, this is a focus week because obviously Tennessee has better, bigger, faster players than North Texas, should win the game, but you still want to play well.
Well, Bob, just as much as showing some maturity to win that game late Saturday night against South Carolina, the Vols can do the exact same thing this week by handling North Texas early. And you're right, Tennessee is the superior team. It has the superior roster, but it also needs to have superior mental preparation and a mental edge going out to the field, taking care of business early. This should be a game where Jalen Hurd and a lot of those guys are helmets off and pretty comfortable in the second half.
Well, and that makes this week very big in practice because the guys that have been on the field want to get there. They've got to have a good week of practice.
Yeah, this is a great game. This is what I like to call a Letterman game. A lot of people can earn letters next Saturday against North Texas, but the Vols have to play well enough to afford those opportunities.
This one over South Carolina, they learned a lot of tough lessons early in the season and paid off against Carolina.
Really substantial win, Bob. I think from 2005 through 2012, Tennessee had 7 total wins against Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and Florida. The Vols now have 4 of those wins under Butch Jones.
Homecoming next week against North Texas. It's a noon kickoff at Neyland Stadium. Hope to see you there. And also for highlights next week right here on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.